I'm delighted to be joined by Naomi and Rami Bareket this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. And you are presenting at the NLP conference next year. It's your first time as presenters, which is lovely. You were finalists in the NLP Awards last year, so we do know each other already. Your topic at the conference is very interesting and very dear to my own heart. You're talking about how you helped your Alzheimer's father with NLP. So to start off with, tell us a little bit more about yourselves and your presentation.
Thank you. First of all, we're really honored to be part of it because we really believe that the NLP can help save the world and heal the world. Yes. So HEAL, I say because of my accent.
Yes.
And so Rami and I, we are devoted to continue research the NLP because we really believe that on the day you were born, God decided the world cannot exist without you. So, right, so like there's so much thing that we see on the surface, right, like the so-called the symptoms and stuff, but there's so many things below the structure that we can unfold and help the person fulfill more of his potential. So that's why we are like very excited and so devoted to.
And when it comes to cases with like Alzheimer or other, severe illness, the thing is that when we say that we believe that the day you were born, God decided the world cannot exist without you, there is an extra layer to it. We wake up in the morning and first thing we thank God for giving us another day, to pursue our mission, to fulfill our purpose. In the case of those severe, illnesses, if God gave them another day to live, there is a meaning and a purpose to it. It's not just another day to go over with and to make it, so they can make it, we can make it, and let's hope for another day. There is a meaning for that day, and how you can let them feel. And this is the most important thing. How can you let them feel that they have a meaning, still have a meaning for living and being with us?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Which brings us also like when we're thinking about NLP, like modeling, right? It's very important to tap into our beliefs and values, right? Because if my belief is, is like in Jewish way, we can say Altizachen, like it's already, like how our attitude, right, with the belief that every day on earth, it's precious, right? No matter what this is you have, right? And if we value life, right? So This is very important also to model, definitely.
Absolutely. As I said, it's a subject very close to my heart. So what will delegates take away what will I take away from your session?
So luckily the delegate, so there's few structure like to everything, right? So and then we're going to tap into that. So there was a lot of, like, when you think about it, there was a lot of course, a very good intention, and there is a lot of intuition. So my part is very intuitive, that like my old family, oh my gosh, you are the best in that, right? It's very intuitive. And then Rami comes and you can so you can share the part that you do in that process.
Yeah, that reminds me, when Grinder and Bandler, they modeled Erickson and wrote a book about it. He wrote in the book, "Thank you guys, because I didn't know what I'm doing. Now we can follow it." The same, Nomi just, her love for her father is unlimited. And she just went in and she did so many wonderful things with her father, with the caregiver, with her mother, brothers. And then I asked, okay, Nomi, so you did wonderful. What did you do? And she said, well, I don't know. I just did it. And I said, okay, thanks God in NLP, we have what we call modeling. And then when, I came in and we started to map it, so people can, take something with, and maybe they can help other people with that as well.
So yeah, they definitely gonna get a lot of like modeling and also like how to approach anything like that is unexpected and challenging in their life. So it's not necessarily has to be Alzheimer. The focus is gonna be that, but at the same time, they can like take it in other contexts, right? That's the cool part, right? Once they model it, they can use it also in other contexts. And yeah, and they will also get some exercise and like some fun, engagement that we can all do together.
Well, as you just pointed out, because so much of NLP is content free, isn't it? So being able to apply that to other situations as well and within other contexts is going to be incredibly valuable, I think, for our delegates. So absolutely. So is there anything that delegates can do before your session that will give them a deeper experience during your session?
Yeah, definitely. So I think like also like when we were thinking about like when there is different perception, right? Like what is the assumption that you make, and when you deal, like I'm sure there's always challenges situation that you deal with other people in relationship, and think it would be really interesting to hear how they kind of like know, for example, that the other person, for example, loves what they do. How do they know, for example, right? Like, because it's not enough that you just impose what you think is good for the other person. It's really interesting to kind of like watch the other person and tell us. It would be nice if they can share how do they know that they love what you do with them, right? Like NLP, it's a process to do with, right? It's not to do on or something, it's to do with. Yeah. So it will be very interesting. Also, if they can send us specific question that they're really intrigued by that, we'd love to get this question in advance and address them. And it's going to be exciting. It's like, look, I have this fun game. It's like magic, okay, right? So if you look at the structure, there's only the structure, but like there's so many levels, right? Yeah. Behind all this structure, right? And there's so many things that we are capable to do that we don't even know that it's possible, right? Sometimes we labeling, oh, he has this Alzheimer, that's it. It's like a lost case kind of. No, it's never a lost case. And there's always something more that you can make them feel amazing. And here I can show you, like, for example, if you see, I'll show you fun. You see like this one is under the purple, the yellow part. But if I do a little shift, now is under the two.
I love those magic puzzle things.
Right? And also, right, like there's so many things we can do with the person if we just like find the structure, right? Like it can be like so I think it's going to be really fun and fascinating, and it will make them tap into their creativity, think about like other brain games that will help anyone, like, because I think people also wants to not even to deal with others, but even for themselves to be like really good in their brain and manifest what they have now in order to, make their life really
absolutely.
good.
Absolutely.
Like to add to it, one of the most important questions, as Naomi said, is being able to know how the person you care about and you want to help, how the person himself, knows that someone is loving. That's a very important question. The other questions that you might want to find around and get the answers to is what are this person most fields of interest. Getting to know that, having this awareness will enable you to tap into those areas, in those fields, and trigger the right response.
Yes.
So having those in front of you will definitely help.
Yes. Okay, wonderful. And as you say, asking questions in advance, because of course on the apps that we use, people will be able to do that. So so there'll be an opportunity for them to formulate their questions and ask in advance. So what does the NLP conference mean to you? This opportunity to present, and what does the NLP conference mean to you?
So I started it right away. Like, I feel honored, and it's so important because since it's so important, so like the way we look at that is like that. We are conduit, right, of the ultimate light. If the conduit if our pipes, okay, are filled with all this like negativity or all these limiting beliefs, conflict, internal conflict, all those things, then we cannot absorb and maximize the light. So we believe in NLP that and that's what people, our client tell us, right? And our student, they say it's like we bring the Messiah faster, because what happens is when you clean all these things that you carry from generation to generation, or maybe, it's like passed by the environment and things like that. When you clean that, all of a sudden you have this amazing attitude to life, right? You come and that's the awkward thing, fun, because as the NLP allowed it, right? So that's why some people that are not exposed to that yet, they look at you as like, oh, here again, she's with her positivity, right? Right? So I believe that the more people will be exposed to it, the more light will come through them, and that's like the ripple effect. So we really feel honored to be part of this such an amazing thing that you and Kash doing, Karen and Kash, and your beautiful projects, and that's just one of them. And we are really honored to be part of it, because we want all of us to make the world a better place to live in, right? And so definitely we are so thankful.
Yeah, absolutely. And also we feel that, our mission, part of our mission is through being a piece of this ripple effect, and the platform that you are giving to people like us to share with the world, new it's not new technology, but steps to help other people to get better. And if we teach them, if we can help them, if we can show them how to do that, we will be part of this ripple effect. And we are honoring the opportunity and thankful for what you're the opportunity to be that and do that.
Oh,
Absolutely.
thank you both. Thank you. So for those of you watching, as I said, Naomi and Rami are presenting at the virtual element of the NLP conference. So they are presenting on Sunday, the 21st of May at 15:30, which is 15:30 BST, British Summer Time. So you'll be getting up quite early, won't you, that day from the United States. And we're really looking forward to hearing more about your modelling project and how we can apply that for ourselves next year. So thank you both so much for your time and for presenting at the conference next year.
Thank you so much. Thank you.